Welcome to Extra Point. I'm Rob King. We are almost finished with Week 4 of the NFL, and it's a mess. It's a mess. A lot of upsets, a lot of surprises. I don't even want to let you know what picks I had last week because they were all wrong, and I'm sure yours were too. Even if you don't say like, "Oh, I had all the picks right," you didn't. You didn't have the Cowboys losing to the Rams. You didn't have the Patriots losing. You didn't have the Falcons losing. Okay, so just shut up. I don't want to hear it. Let's not start this off with lies, okay? We're friends. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I'm just really fired up. A lot was going wrong, especially the Jets. I know, they won. But why? I don't understand it, okay? What are they doing? It's wasted wins. The Jaguars, I thought you were going to be good this year. Come on. Blake Bortles, we're giving you so many chances. We're very excited about Leonard Fournette, but like you got to do something. You won in England. England thinks you're great. Americans, we know the difference. We know the real deal. Again, the Rams beating the Cowboys. Who saw that? Is Jared Goff good? Jared, what's happening? Are you good?
Is this in spite of us?
Yeah, like are you just trying to get back at us for talking so much trash? The kicker has talked so much trash and put Jared Goff in so many articles. Most of them like sucking his thumb or wearing some kind of diaper or
unwarranted.
Yeah, I mean, we have no idea what you're actually like. I mean, that should have been a tip-off that you were good, but something about your face, even, I know, I'm getting very personal, but what else am I gonna do? It's, we're shooting this at 9 a.m. in the morning. 9 a.m. in the morning as opposed to 9 a.m. at night. Coffee's still kicking in, folks. The Cardinals won, that was great. Larry Fitzgerald, we were talking about before, the ageless wonder. I don't get it. Larry, you're old. You shouldn't be doing the things you're doing. I don't get it. I'm afraid for you. Every time you catch a ball in the air, you come down, I'm like, that's it. He's gonna be split in two. But he doesn't.
And he's so fast.
And he's still faster than everybody out there. Larry, what are you doing, man? What's going on with Larry Fitzgerald? And another one, the Patriots losing to the Panthers. What? No one saw that coming. And actually that really pissed Cam Newton off, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, I would have never picked Cam Newton and the Panthers. I thought he was done, really. I picked him to have his resurgence last week, and he didn't, and I just wrote him off.
Did you see some of those rushes by Eli Manning?
Eli Manning had a rushing
touchdown.
Rushing touchdown?
Another big run.
Really?
Same game.
I did not watch the game because, like the Jets, it's just, they're always bad games. The Giants look terrible. How are they the worst team in New York? First of all, in New York City, it's gross. Giants fans, what are you thinking right now? I mean, are you getting on board with the tank situation? Because you go 0-4, I mean, you got to be like, it's over for us this season.
And McAdoo, how long is he? I mean, Mac attack. He's got to be out of here.
Ben McAdoo just at like press conferences. He's not even mad anymore. Every coach, whatever the coach of the Texans, I forget his name. Bill O'Brien. They won. And he was still like pissed in his press conference. I don't get that. But Ben McAdoo, like they lost, they're 0-4, and he's just like, we gotta win, guys. Like, yeah, you gotta win.
What happened? He's a fan or something.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't realize what his job responsibilities are. He's just like, oh man, that team back there, oh boy, rough ones for them. Ben McAdoo, I know you're a longtime viewer of the show. You are the coach of the Giants. Probably not for long, but for now you are. You should do something. Maybe try and win. I don't know. That's up to you. Everyone's talking about Deshaun Watson, and they're like everyone, ESPN, Bleacher Report, blah, 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 all the websites you shouldn't be reading, okay? Because you should be on the kicker at all times. But if you are, you've seen a bunch of articles about Deshaun Watson being this huge surprise. Like, who saw this coming? Who knew he'd be so good? Anyone that watched him in college knew that. I don't understand this argument. He took his team to the national championship twice, and they beat Alabama. What don't you get? He's a good quarterback. And he went 12th in the draft after the Bears sold everything. They had a huge garage sale to sell all their belongings to get Mitch Trubisky, who they won't even play because they're playing Mike Glennon, who looks like a dodo bird. He does. Just look it up. Look up cartoon dodo bird. It's exactly like Mike Glennon. He looks like someone shaved a bird, basically. All right, next up, we have a new segment on the Extra Point called The Real Players of the NFL. First up, drama in Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown throwing shade at Ben Roethlisberger for not throwing the ball when he's wide open. So then Antonio went to the sideline and kicked the Gatorade thing, and his coach was like, calm down, Antonio. He was like, don't talk to me, I'm very upset. But like, he was wide open, so Team Antonio. Second, Cam Newton throwing major shade at the media because the media was all like, you're not gonna win, Tom Brady's better, the Patriots are gonna beat the Panthers because you guys suck this year. And Cam was like, we know what we can do, and you guys should never doubted us, and blah, blah, blah. But you know what? They're still gonna suck this year. So like, the media was kinda right. Team media. Third, Marshawn Lynch showing up with everyone versus Trump t-shirt. Marshawn versus Trump, guess what? I'm always team anything anti-Trump. Next up, Jay Cutler versus offensive coordinator, because offensive coordinator wanted him to run a wildcat play, and Jay was like, what? I'm not a wideout, I'm not a running back, I'm a terrible quarterback. I stand back there and make terrible plays. So Jay decided to like just go out and like put his hands on his hips and do nothing. It's like, ugh, effort much, Jay? Like, we get it. You wanna be standing on a beach looking at the ocean butt naked and just like thinking to yourself about where clouds come from. I get that, Jay, but like, you're in a game now, okay? You're a professional athlete, kind of, barely. Ugh, team offensive coordinator. Lastly, Richard Sherman versus fantasy players. It's like, Richard Sherman's mad at us because we get upset when people get hurt, not because they're humans and they got hurt, but because they might mess up our fantasy leagues. But it's also like, that's all I have to live for, Richard? So, I don't know, maybe back off a little bit. But also like, he's got a point because people are people and people are getting hurt. So like, think about that. But also, I'm a fantasy owner and Richard Sherman isn't here right now to defend himself. So like, team fantasy owners. Okay, before we wrap up, the You Pick this week, what did you think was the biggest source of drama in the NFL? Was it the miscommunication between Ben and Antonio, causing Antonio to have a big hissy fit in the sidelines? Was it Jay Cutler giving less effort than he normally does, which I didn't think was possible because he plays like he's always asleep? Or something else that we didn't cover? I want to hear it. So put in the You Pick, put in the comments below what you think, and then I'll read the coolest ones next week. A few different things also. Every Thursday, you know it, TKP, the Kicker Podcast, tune in on iTunes, on Stitcher, on what other ones? Spotify maybe? I don't know. Probably not Spotify. I don't know, go to iTunes. You know where you get podcasts. Go there and check there first. And if not there, then go to iTunes. Or just, call up the Kicker and we'll tell you, every person individually, where you can get TKP. Anyway, check that out. Subscribe, comment, like, do all the things, guys. Thanks for joining me on The Extra Point. We'll see you guys next week.